Do you want to use the envelope for this side as well?
So thank you for giving us some times. We're here to speak about your first album, LP1, Soberly.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Why did you choose to call it like this?
It actually came a number of things. Obviously, Payne is my name, and then also an LP is actually what it is, in older terms of music, in a sense. And then also, the fans had gone about calling all of our albums HS1, LP1, NH1 for all of the band. So I was just like, why not just make it easy so that the thing that they're talking about on the internet is actually the thing that it is. So in a way, they kind of named it for me, really.
We start the listening of this album with Stack It Up, which is a huge success.
Thank you.
Yes, 300 millions of views on YouTube, a lot of streams.
Mm-hmm.
How was it for you when you broadcasted it? To see that there is this success.
Amazing. Yeah, no, I mean, it's really great. You know, any song you put out, you never really know what's going to happen next. Obviously, you know, having it written by Ed Sheeran, for me, was a good signal that it might do well. And yeah, there it was. I mean, you know, I after the band finished, I don't think you really expected any of the success that we've had. I think we could all kind of say that, really, because, you know, usually there's only one person out of the band that then makes it on to be a solo artist, whereas we're all still having, you know, fully fledged careers out of a band that was hugely successful. So it's been amazing.
Yes. And a lot of songs of this album are already broadcasted, so you can play it on scene, on stage, and feel the reaction of the public. How was it for you?
Great, yeah. I mean, yeah, it's been really, really great. I mean, the one thing I will say that's different with the album to a lot of the tracks that you've heard so far is that there's not as many collabs on the album. So a lot of them are just me, which I haven't quite sang yet. But you know, having all these great singles that we've managed to get out so far has been, yeah, really, really great, and that's kind of a reason why I took my time making the record as well. You know, when you're having so much success with just singles on their own, and in, you know, the market and the way the world is now, you know, with streaming, it just makes it a different game, really. So it was never a rush to put the album out, and I didn't feel any pressure on that, because you can make music a different way these days.
No pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
So what was your process to start with this album? You took 4 years to edit it.
It was 2 years.
2 years before the EP, yes?
No, it's 2 years in total. I've only been around. Yeah, I've only been around for 3.
It's such a long time, so you take your time to make it. You did it by your own, or yes?
Yeah, no, I took a while, because when we were in the band, I think, you know, we had 2 weeks to write an album, and then we'd have a month or so to record it, which is, you know, it's crazy to think that we managed to make the songs and the albums that we did. Whereas making music as a solo artist is a little bit of a different experience, and there was, you know, the first of the battle of finding what your sound is, where's your lane and what you do, and then trying to figure out what you actually want to say, how you want things to sound. So there's all those different questions bubbling around. So it's a lot more trial and error than just knowing what people want from you, which is what we had in the band already, knowing how, you know, well, What Makes You Beautiful did. We knew exactly what the fans wanted from us, which just made it a lot easier to create the music. So I think that was a strong part of it. And also, like I say, I didn't really feel the pressure to make an album, because the singles were doing as well as they were. So I didn't really need to rush it. So I thought I might as well take my time with it and just see how it pans out.
Yes, you have this possibility with your voice to go really deep and really high, and you explore it in this album.
Mm-hmm.
It was one of your purpose.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you know, I didn't always know that I could sing as high as I did, which kind of trapped me, actually, in singing a lot of different songs. Whereas on my own album, I was able to go and explore all these different ranges and different styles that I had. And it was amazing for me to see how many styles of music that can span across. But it also created a little bit of a problem in knowing that you could do a lot of different styles of music. Which one do you want to do? Which I think was the biggest kind of mind bender for me a little bit, in trying to find out what exactly it was I wanted to do.
Mm-hmm. And to not be as a band about your voice when you record, is it easier, and did you feel more free to be alone, to just record your voice and be focused on that, and not to find the harmony with other voice? I don't know. I mean, I think they're different beasts, actually. But one thing I will say about having a good range is that all the songs are always pushing it. So when it comes to recording in the studio, you know, you get many takes to make these songs work and whatever else. And if you can do it, you will get there. Whereas when you start to rehearse them for live, it's a bit of a challenge when, you know, I'm always trying to push myself further and further in the studio.
then when it comes to singing the songs live, it becomes a little bit of a different ball game. So that I will say was quite challenging in pushing yourself. But you know, if you're not going to push yourself, what's the point?
Okay, and there is of course a lot of guests on this album, a lot of featuring. You choose all of it, or was it a producing thing?
Yeah, I mean, all of the collaborations just kind of came about naturally, really. We, you know, went and found artists that were really on going up in the world, and there were people that we thought were really talented and definitely, you know, even if we didn't do the record with them or whatever, it wasn't anything to do with us. They already had their own success, but we just wanted to be a part of it. You know, artists like Quavo, for instance, J Balvin, who was #1 on Spotify for a long time. So it's been really good between me, the label, and everybody who works with me, just finding these different clever artists that are really talented. We really are into the stuff that they do. It's not just because of that, and getting to work with them, which has been great, and they've all been really lovely people, so that's a bonus.
You also work with Rita Ora for the film 50 Shades. Yes. How was it, this experience?
Really great. I mean, you always kind of want to make a movie soundtrack, and to get to do it for such a, you know, an iconic trilogy was really great. Rita, awesome person, probably one of the most hardworking people in the industry as well. So we had a lot of fun, and I mean, we spent a lot of time together in the year that was made. And I think it was, for the most part of the year, the most played song on UK radio as well, which was really quite something to get. So, you know, and also getting to perform at the O2 Arena in her first gig she ever managed to do there was really nice as well. So we had a lot of fun doing that.
There is your music, and there is also the video part on YouTube and everywhere. You shoot a lot of video. Now the music is with image. Do you like this part of being a kind of actor?
Yeah, I do. I mean, we did a music video recently that took a lot more acting than usual, actually. And it's quite fun. I definitely enjoy it. I mean, I would say out of everything you do, music videos can be one of the most tasking parts of the job because of how long the days are. And because you're constantly on camera, you've got to maintain whatever the song is putting forward. So, I mean, even in like One Direction days when we were doing like Live While We're Young, and it was, you know, 16 hours into a shoot day and you've been up really early and the song's still partying, you've got to party all day. So it's when you're tired and a little bit, you know, whatever's going on in life or whatever, and after a while of hearing the song 50 million times throughout the day because they just keep playing it, it is quite a tough thing to do music videos and be convincing. And when you see all those millions of views, it's what, magic? Yeah, amazing. I mean, like I say, I love doing videos, and we like to do loads of different styles of different things. And the next one that we did for me was a little bit more raw and it had a bit more emotion in it. There was more me than any of the other videos I've done so far, which is for a song that's coming up called Live Forever. So yeah, definitely check that out. So there are the music videos and also a brand campaign for Hugo Boss. You're an icon for this brand now. Yeah, no, it's a different project, but for sure. You enjoy it? Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's a lot of fun to kind of put that different character on for that. It was a lot of hard training and different things now for the underwear commercial and stuff like that, but it was a lot of fun to shoot them, and a little bit of like a dream of mine, knowing people who are like my idols who shot underwear campaigns and different things before, so it was very fun to get involved with that. And yeah, I mean, you know, it's difficult when you're the person doing all of these things, and it's really great, but it's really difficult to understand and be in that moment as well, knowing that a brand's chosen you to be the face of their industry, which is, you know, quite amazing really, and you know, getting to design clothes for them and whatever else. I actually found out I knew a lot more about fashion than I thought, which is cool. You said that you had to drink some shots before. Yeah. I mean, there's different things in life that you need Dutch courage for, and I would say that shooting an underwear campaign is definitely one of them. Yeah, it was a lot of fun, but you know, I knew the whole day. Obviously, Mert and Marcus are literally some of the best photographers in the game, so, and I've seen all the stuff that they'd shot before, and they were really great about making me feel comfortable on the set, and you know, knowing what I was doing and that I was okay with it as well. And also, I knew they were going to look after me because, you know, how nice they shoot things. I think we took it just to the right, to the line of where it could have gone too far, and it was just enough, which is great, and that's what they're perfect for. So yeah, it was really, really great fun. And there is also the stage. You used to do your first stage with 4 other persons, and now you're alone on stage. What does it change for you exactly? It's like a different mechanic? For me, as opposed to the rest of the boys, I'd actually done a lot of... I mean, I'd probably done nearly 200 gigs myself before I ended up in the band. So for me, it was quite a natural place to be anyway. I'd already kind of done, and I'd done every single gig imaginable, from the worst gig in the world to the best gig in the world by the time I got round to this. So that, I mean, the training in that is quite crazy itself. So for me, it was quite a natural thing, and it's somewhere that I had been before. It was different going back to it now, and you can see the differences. You know, you think it's the same sort of job and whatever else, but it isn't really. You know, the onus is on you for everything. So in the interviews or in the photo shoots or on the stage, you know, the pressure is a lot more on you than it is anybody else, because your name is on it now. It's your actual name, not the name of a brand or the name of this or whatever else. Or if I'm ill this day, somebody else will pick up the slack. It's on you. So that was the only thing that was the most different.
More pressure, but also more freedom, because now you're considered as an individual.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the pressure is on because if you mess it up, like I say, it's on you. It's not a case of like, I'll rely on Louis that day to do more talking because I'm hungover or whatever the situation was, which in the band was nice to have. And also, there's no one else who's really going through exactly what you're going through. You know, your team and everybody else spend a lot of time around you and doing all the different things, but no one has to do this part of it or the stage part. That's on your thing. And also, like I say, it's your name that's on it as well. So there's no one to talk to. Whereas when you're in the band and there's 4 other guys who are going through the same thing, they're on the stage, you're there in the interviews, they're in all the other stuff. It's nice having those people to lean on, that knowing that you're not on your own.
But you're keeping contact now.
Yeah, no, we still speak every so often. I mean, I spoke to Louis just the other day at the gig we did in Manchester. He's doing really well. I've got a very close relationship with him. Niall I kind of speak to every so often. And Harry, I mean, I don't really speak to him very much. I haven't spoken to him in a long time now. But there's not necessarily any like bad blood between me and Harry or a problem with us. It's just we like different things. I mean, if you look at the way our music is, they're completely different ends of the spectrum. The way our campaigns run is different end of the spectrum. So it's like, I don't know why people would be surprised by the fact that we don't have an incredible amount in common, which, you know, isn't anything wrong. Like I say, he's a lovely, lovely boy, but we just don't really talk all that much.
Okay, cool. I just forgot to ask you a question about your album. You also did a Christmas song, if you can say it, yes?
Yes.
Was it, why did you choose to do that?
Well, I think the thing between me and the label is that we decided that there's not really many new Christmas songs that are ever written, as there's so many old classics, and it's a really difficult market to break into. But what I do think is, we tried to do something a little bit different, you know. Instead of the stereotypical shiny, glittery, like Happy Christmas song, this song's a bit more about the idea of that Christmas isn't always that great for everyone. You know, it's a time of remembering memories, all sorts of different things. So, you know, love lost, someone that you might have lost in your life, or, you know, all sorts of different things that you might be going through at that time. The pressure is double because you're supposed to be happy. Which isn't always true, and I think people should know that. And I think that that's the thing about this song. It's about making it through December, because this one's not that great, and you've got to tick it off the list of Christmases that haven't gone that well. So, you know, if you can make it through this, then you'll be fine, because the rest of the year is easy compared to Christmas, right?
At the end, when you listen to your album, what you say? How can we qualify it? We can dance, but we can also find some more message, more introspection. There are a lot of things in this album. What is your version?
My message with this, I mean, the thing is, there's a lot of different songs that are more me than the rest of the songs. But one, because I'm singing them by myself, and two, because I wrote a number of them for it as well. And songs like Weekend and everything like that are very dark and different stories. And I wanted people who, you know, are interested in me to get to know me just a little bit more. And obviously that's a slower process. It's not like you let everything out of the bag at once. So it's just kind of introducing people into some things about my life that they didn't really know before.
I have a last one question. You've been through a lot of things those past years. I just have a simple question. How are you now?
I'm actually the happiest I've ever been. I'm good. I mean, life has been very weird, I would say, over the past. Is it? Can you call it? No, not quite. Like half a decade has been really weird. The rest of it seemed quite normal. And yeah, it's been very, very strange. But I've kind of got used to it more now. I understand, you know, what it is I'm doing and all of the different things around it. And, you know, I have a great relationship with my son. I'm in a great relationship with a wonderful girl. So life's awesome.
Cool. What can we wish you for the future?
For the future, I mean, I hope I keep making music you guys enjoying. I want to get involved in a few different projects and just see where I can take this thing, see what we can do next.
Perfect. Thank you, Liam.
Thank you.